So we're continuing to celebrate Science Week by chatting to our researchers. And right now I'm speaking to ACE's Chief Investigator, Professor Jennifer Pringle from our Deakin University node. How are you going, Jenny?
I'm well, thanks, Sam. How are you?
Good, thanks. I'm not in lockdown like you guys in Melbourne, so I've got a little bit more freedom to move about. So I'd just like to start by talking to you about your research and science for Science Week. What is that? What's your area of research?
Okay, so we make new materials, mostly for battery applications, but really lots of different kinds of energy storage devices and also some energy generation as well. So specifically, my interest is in making new electrolytes, which is the bit that goes in the middle of the device in between the two electrodes. So that's my interest. Yeah.
So what attracted you? What attracted you to a career in science?
I'm not really sure. I've been pondering that question. I think I sort of just fell into it. I mean, I find science interesting at school, and I knew that you can't really go wrong with a science degree. But I think that's okay that if you don't necessarily grow up wanting to be a chemist, because people don't know what that even means, you know. And the kids at school now, they're probably going to end up in science careers that don't even exist yet. Just go, you know. I think it's fine to follow something that you're interested in, and see where it takes you. So, and this is where it's taken me, which is great. It's got some really exciting times.
So what would be your favorite aspect of your job?
I love that every day is different. I love the creativity. The first time I actually was in the lab and I made something that nobody else had made before. It's just, I mean, that's really, really exciting. And so few people get the chance to do that, to make a material and to make a molecule that nobody's ever made before. So that's pretty cool. Now I don't get in the lab as much as I would like, but I get the chance to help other people to make those discoveries and to make materials that are going to be useful for people, to use them in their batteries or their solar cells and things. That's pretty exciting as well. So that creative side of it, I really like that creative side.
So at the very start of this interview, you mentioned your specific area of research. How did you come to that sort of specific area over time?
Yeah, so I got to the end of my degree and I was pondering what to do next, as everyone does, and I hadn't really planned to do a PhD, but I was speaking to my what then became my PhD supervisor, and he explained these kind of new materials called ionic liquids and how they were all made of ions, and I was just so excited about it because I couldn't really understand, even they were so new at the time, and now of course there's tens of thousands of papers on them. So I was really, really privileged to be in right at the start, and I was just captured by the idea of it, and knew he was going to be a good supervisor, and so that got me in right at the start of that. So people considering PhDs, I would say just be really excited by the science and choose a good supervisor, and see where it takes you. So that's how I ended up here, and thankfully they turned out to be really, really useful materials.
So just to finish up, and I guess you sort of mentioned it there, but as this is Science Week, I'm wondering if you can offer some advice for future scientists out there.
Yeah, just do the kind of science that you find really interesting. Don't worry necessarily about what does a chemist look like in terms of a career, because what you see on TV is not necessarily the case. It's actually quite a sort of sociable job. There's a lot of teamwork involved, a lot of lots of different disciplines and all the rest of it. So just do the kind of science that you're interested in. You can't go wrong with a science degree, and see where it takes you, and it'll take you into lots of different possible careers. It doesn't have to be you in a white coat by yourself in a lab. It opens up amazing opportunities.
Great advice. Well, thanks for joining us for Science Week, Jenny. All the best down in Melbourne, and hopefully you can get through lockdown as swiftly as possible.
Thanks, Sam.